Welcome to FPL Champions, a new FPL series where I take on another FPL content creator in a one-off team selection battle. Me and my opponent will have 5 minutes to both create a new FPL team for this game week only. Once the 5-minute countdown finishes, our teams are locked in and no more changes can be made. Whoever's team scores the highest in this game week is crowned the FPL Champions winner. Welcome back to FPL Champions. I'm once again joined by Oscar. Do you want to say hi, mate?
Yeah, hi Akshay, hi everyone. Yeah, looking forward to this. I have no idea how I did, so I'm looking forward to finding out. Obviously, we recorded just before the Rodrigo injury as well, so that was a nightmare. But we both had him, so yeah, bench was important.
Oscar doesn't know who's won or lost, but I do. So we're going to go through our teams now. So Oscar, just before we get started, I've never done this before, but can you set the like target for this video?
Of course. Let's go for 100 likes. So if you enjoy the content, hit like down below and support Akshay's channel.
But just before we get started, I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers before March, so please help by subscribing to the channel. Right, so you can get your team up now.
Okay.
And guys, as you can see on screen, the winner is Oscar, and I've once again lost. So 2 losses in a row. So I've lost to Oscar and I've lost to Ross now. So it's a nightmare start for me on my own channel. But yeah, so you got 85 points, I believe, and I got 72 points. The difference was pretty much the Leeds players, right?
Yeah, so Nonto came in for me there. Yeah, he blanked in the first game, didn't he? And then, yeah, I was playing football last night, or Wednesday night, and I got back, I was checking the scores app, and I saw Nonto, and I was like, yes, I've got him in. I've got him. So, yeah, I didn't have him in my actual FPL team, but he's done me well here.
Yeah, it's a really good score. I got unlucky, remember? So thank you guys for telling us in the comments, because I didn't realise I'd put 4 Arsenal players in my team. So I put Ramsdale, Zinchenko, Saka, and Nketiah. Me and Oscar both missed that, so thank you guys for commenting. Which is why it says, yeah, that's why it says void on Ramsdale on my screens, because his score obviously doesn't count. It wouldn't have made any difference. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Once again, I just want to say thanks a lot for joining me on this, Oscar. It's been great. And yeah, hope to see you soon on the channel for maybe a future episode of this.
Thanks for the invite.
Other than that, guys, I'll see you in episode 3. So guys, welcome back to episode 3 of FPL Champions. I am joined by FPL Harry. Do you want to introduce yourself, mate?
Hi, yeah, FPL Harry on Twitter and on YouTube as well. How are we doing? Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no worries, all good. I'm excited for this. If you saw the first 2 episodes, I lost both of the first 2 episodes, so it wasn't a great start to my own series on my own channel. But hopefully I get a better luck here, but I'm not too confident because your rank in your actual real life team is insane at the moment. I think you're 3,000 or something, right?
Yeah, it's been a good couple of weeks. I've got quite lucky. I had Rashford triple captain this week, and then Mahrez when everyone went De Bruyne, which was, to be honest, the more sensible pick. And I couldn't afford him, so I went Mahrez. But yeah, it's going well.
Yeah, so I'm up against some tough opponent today. Anyway, you guys already know how it works. Harry knows how it works. So I'm just going to set a timer on my phone for 5 minutes, and then me and Harry will have 5 minutes to make our team for this game week only. So are you ready, mate?
Perfect, can't wait.
Cool. 3, 2, 1, go. Right. Like I say in all the other 2 episodes, it takes a while just to clear your squad, first of all.
Yeah, I don't really know where to start. I'm using FPL.team. I don't really know. I feel like I want to start with the double game week because I feel like that's where it's most important. But
exactly. What are your actual thoughts on the trip? Like, of course, me and you are probably triple up, but a lot of people aren't actually going to triple up because they can't afford it and stuff in their actual teams.
Yeah, so I thought it was great until we got the sort of double in game week 25, which I think has taken my focus away a little bit. I still think it means Arsenal are really important, and transfers this week, as sideways as it might sound, like I'm quite on board with the moving between Arsenal assets just to get the right ones, because between now and game week 26 or so when they play Bournemouth, like I just feel like having the right 3 will pay off even if you have to move around this week. But it's one of those things you never want to do on any particular week.
Yeah, I get you. Thankfully, like I pretty much prepared quite well for the Arsenal triple up, but this week I didn't want to make a transfer. I wanted to roll it, but like you said with the game week 25, so I've put Zinchenko in and taken Botman out, so I'm now triple Arsenal.
I got with Martinelli and Ben White, the 2 that myself included, and a lot of people are not particularly pleased with at the moment.
Yeah, minutes risk for both of them.
Yeah, like I don't necessarily think it's a problem this week. But I just think over the next, again, 4 weeks, I just can't see them both starting them all, which is where my concern lies.
It's really difficult. There is 3 minutes left.
God, time flies. I thought I was adding the players quickly, but
it really does.
Let me.
I don't want to distract you too much, but a lot of people will want to know, what would you like if you could give 2 things? What would you pinpoint your like success down to this season in FPL?
Like, I say it at the beginning of the season, so I'm just trying to. I said it at the beginning of the season, and like I will say it again. People think that they have to do really well, like every single week in the game, but if you do well on, like 25 of the 38 weeks in the season, the chances are like you will end up with a good rank. It sounds really boring to say it like that, to not, I'm not picking big differentials every week, but I do a lot of planning as well. Like I think particularly at this point in the season, I think a reasonable amount in advance as well. So that plays a big part. I tend to be quite a steady person, save my chips towards the end. That tends to help, but I play with a very small pool of players. Generally, okay. I don't go too off-piste with the type of players that I'm picking in my squad, which some people might say is boring, and I get it. I don't tend to go miles off the beaten track in terms of differentials unless they've proven it. But yeah, I tend to be quite a safe manager. Not loads of hits, but again, the planning over the long term tends to help, just because you know like the hits you take now might benefit you further down the line.
Yeah, it makes sense. And to be honest, what you're saying is right, because in the past I've before I took FPL seriously, I would take hits left, right and centre, and then you just drop ranks so fast by doing it. It's not worth it, which I think a lot of the casual players actually do. I think I'm near enough done, if I'm honest, already. This has been the quickest, but I've had, this is the 3rd episode of experience, so I'm pretty happy with my team. Oh yeah, don't forget, make sure you set your captain.
Yeah, I just changed that. I suddenly thought it was on Rashford. A hint on my squad, he's not going anywhere. But yeah, I'm not moved. I needed to move it off him. I almost forgot. There's a bit of debate, and we could talk about captaincy this week, because people are not best pleased with the City form at the moment. But
there's, just before I answer that, there's 40 seconds left, okay? Cool. But yeah, I'm pretty much done, so I can answer that. So I don't know. I think what happens with City is everybody tends to panic if they lose a game or if they don't do well for like 2 or 3 games, whereas they're so explosive. It's just a tiny blip, in my opinion, regardless of what's going on behind the scenes. Though I still would really back Haaland for the captaincy.
Yeah, cool. I'm just adding what I think is my last player.
Double check everything's all good. Yeah, happy with that. I've taken a risk.
In the bank.
I've got 0.1.
I think we're there.
Cool. And that is time. Are you all done?
Yeah, 5 minutes. I thought, 5 minutes. I'll need to, take a little bit of time to think about my picks. That flew past.
Honestly, it's so hard. It's so hard. But yeah, let's run through our teams. We'll start with the goalie and defence. In goal and defence, I've got Pope, Reece James, Trippier and Botman. So I've gone risky again with triple Newcastle, but they've got Bournemouth and fingers crossed it pays off.
So I've had to go a little bit cheap in goal and defence because of some of the rest of the players in my team. So in goal, I've actually gone Leno. I think Fulham have looked pretty good defensively. In defence, I've got Gabriel, Trippier, and then I've gone the man who got returns last week in Dawson of Wolves, a bit of differential. Nice 15-pointer coming from him, I think.
Yeah, very good differential. In midfield, I've got Odegaard, De Bruyne, Mahrez, Rashford and Saka. So I think that's a really strong midfield there.
It's the same, yeah. Saka, Rashford, De Bruyne, Odegaard, Mahrez. I think that's like solid for this week, though. I think a lot of people, if you could play your free hit, would be looking at that.
Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure we've got the same attack if you've gone off that for the midfield. So up front, I've got Nketiah and Haaland.
Oh, so I have, because I have an Arsenal defender, I don't have that Arsenal spot. So I have Haaland and I've kept Harry Kane, who loves a goal against Leicester. So I've gone triple Arsenal, but one of them being in defence.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I didn't realise that, and it's good you mentioned that, because I don't know if you realise, in the last episode against Oscar, I picked 4 Arsenal players, and both of us didn't realise. so Ramsdale was voided, so I didn't get any points for Ramsdale, and then people were telling me in the comments. Okay, cool. Wait, we might as well do the bench as well. So on the bench I've got Kepa, Iheanacho, Bueno and Salisu, so nothing special.
So I've got Ward, I've got first sub, which is Robinson of Fulham, and then I've got Greenwood and Tarkowski as my next two. So outside of Robinson, who's got Forest at home, I'm pretty light. But yeah, it seems like Kane versus Nketiah, and then it seems like the big swing this week.
Well, that's pretty much it, I think. Good luck. Hopefully you don't win, because I can't take a hat trick of losses on my own channel. It's so embarrassing. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'll make it a hat trick with Oscar and Ross as well. Don't you worry. Craig Dawson with his 15-pointer.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Thank you so much for coming on once again. If you guys don't know FPL Harry, you probably do. Make sure you check him out. His link will be the first in the description. But other than that, good luck for Game Week 23, and I'll see you guys in the next FPL video.